Welcome to Business Class, a podcast for people wanting to upgrade their thinking, upgrade their learning, and upgrade their life. I'm your host, Eugenia Panderhos, founder of Business Class Collective, best-selling author, and life coach. If you're an entrepreneur, a startup, or someone who dreams of reaching their full potential, then you're in the right place. You'll feel empowered and inspired to design the life you've always wanted. Let's do this. Hello, gorgeous people. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a wonderful week. This week, we're discussing the 12 universal laws. I don't know if you know about them or have heard about them, but I'm going to be sharing them with you in this podcast episode. I truly believe that we are the artist of our life. We are the curator, we are the star, and we are all a work in progress. The key to life is love. And when we infuse our life with love, when we see love or give love, it creates an expansion of possibilities. It creates a ripple effect in the world of goodness, and this can be through loving gestures, through kindness, through loving thoughts, loving energy, and loving yourself and loving others. Love is at our core. And it is the key to what's possible. Remember to love yourself first and foremost. And when you love yourself, you can take care of yourself. You have the ability to love others and you have the ability to help others. And when you love yourself enough, everything is possible. Through love, we give meaning to life. And through love, we experience the beauty of our essential self. The opposite is true if we come from a place of selfishness. Selfishness is small, it's a contraction, it takes away and diminishes. It diminishes hope and the idea of possibilities. So if you're going to choose anything, choose love above everything else. I've been a student of life, I love to learn and I continue to learn each and every day. And the universal laws are a great guide to help you live a meaningful life and to have agency over your everyday choices. These laws are inspirational and they can help you change your outlook and your mindset and how you choose to show up in your life. It doesn't matter where you live. You can move suburbs, you can move cities, you can move countries. Geography is just that, geography. But the person you are and the person you can become is based on your outlook, your mindset and self-belief. And you need to bring your best self to every situation. If you can help a person, if you can come from a place of caring and love, the world will be a better place. The 12 universal laws are important, especially now, as there tends to be a kind of readiness for disharmony, discord and judgment, and nothing good comes from that. It takes more effort to hold space for people with love, respect and reverence, and to suspend judgment and to appreciate and champion than it does to judge and put down. So, I hope you enjoy this podcast. At the end of this podcast episode, there'll be a link for a downloadable PDF for the 12 universal laws so you can have them handy and see which ones resonate with you. I'm sure they'll resonate with you at different times, but that's up to you. So, let's get started. Each and every day we get to live our life either by default or by design. Those who are most enlightened are conscious of how they show up, how they communicate, and what they attract. With that in mind, I thought to share the insights around the 12 universal laws that ancient cultures have intuitively known throughout the ages. These are about mastering your life and infusing it with love and joy. Let's look at number 1. It's the law of divine oneness. This is a foundational law that highlights that we are all interconnected in our senses, thoughts, actions, and emotions. We are all one. Everything is energy, and because of this, everything you do affects the collective consciousness, and everything you do to others, you are actually doing to yourself. This is really powerful stuff. So how to apply this? You need to be thinking that everything you want for everyone. That there is no competition, there is only co-creation. And the question to ask is, how can I show more compassion and love? Secondly, the law of vibration. Everything is in constant motion and is vibrating at a specific frequency, and your personal vibration frequency can inform your lived experience. When you emit positive energy, you attract positive experiences, and when you emit negative energy, you attract negative experiences. You have the ability to change your vibration no matter which frequency you're vibrating at, and that's where you have agency. When raising your vibration to a high level, you're better able to manifest things or experience things that are in a higher frequency. For example, abundance, happiness, health, freedom, love. And how do you apply it then? Tune into good vibes only, meditate and practice yoga, focus on self-growth and shift your mindset. The third law is the law of correspondence. What happens around you is a direct reflection of what is happening within you. Your internal world creates your own reality, and your reality is a mirror of what's happening inside of you. This law can help you to shift your thinking, to change your internal dialogue, and to understand that life is happening for you and not to you. You have the power, and I know that this can seem strange. This type of thinking can be quite strange to actually realize that life is happening for you. And I kind of think it's about sometimes we're redirected and we may be disappointed about that redirection, but I think you need to have faith in the universe that you'll be at the right place at the right time. So how do you apply it? Firstly, you must understand that your attitude and beliefs are what are going to help you succeed. There's a higher force that will always come from above and guide you. The thoughts you think and the words you speak create your experience. So it's like a mirror. And how do you practice it? As above, so below means that you must align your emotional, mental, and spiritual opinions with your goals. Manifestation starts at a high level, and once the desire exists, it can manifest in the physical sense. At number 4, we have the law of attraction. This is the most popular universal law, and it is the law used for manifestation. In other words, like attracts like, and you get what you focus on. Importantly, you need to believe that what you are seeking is actually possible. When focusing on what you want versus what you don't want, it will show up in your life. Your energy will attract it. When repeating affirmations, they must be believed to be received. You must be able to see it in your mind's eye, feel it, and know that you deserve it. If you want love, be loving to yourself and embrace the love that surrounds you. If you want more money, appreciate what you have and do not squander it aimlessly, and you will attract more abundance into your life. Your focus creates your reality. So, how do you apply it? Vibrate at a high frequency, be aware of what is mirrored back to you, change your outlook and mindset to attract positivity. The 5th law is the law of inspired action, and it's about taking real actionable steps to invite what you want into your life. Often the inspiration comes from within. Inspired action is that gentle internal nudge or knowing. It's not always an action plan, but instead it's a direction that is felt intuitively. This feeling then becomes an actionable plan to bring what you want to fruition. So how do you apply it? You slow down, get quiet, create space for internal guidance, be open to possibilities and relinquish the need for control. Create a vision board. And number 6, law of perpetual transmutation of energy. On an energetic level, everything in the universe is constantly evolving or fluctuating. Every action is preceded by a thought. Just as positive people can influence your vibration, so can negative people. Be mindful of who has access to you and for how long. These energies can be transmuted. You can actively seek to uplift negative energy around you by maintaining positive thoughts and actions. So how do you apply it? Do small uplifting things each day, get comfortable and meditate, and keep a gratitude journal. The seventh law is cause and effect. This is about the relation between actions and events, and more often than not, you may not see the effects immediately, but they will surely come back around. Every action will have a reaction, whether that's bad or good. In other words, what you put out will eventually come around. The ripple effect of your actions will be felt by you and others, and you will eventually be affected as a result. This is also known as the law of karma. So be aware of your thoughts, be aware of your actions, and be aware of your decisions. That's how you apply it. How people treat you is their karma. How you respond is yours. A wonderful quote by Wayne Dyer. Number 8 is the law of compensation. You've heard the saying that you reap what you sow. This law is about trusting that you'll be compensated for your work as long as you're open to receiving it in the way the universe can deliver. It isn't limited to employment arrangements or financial compensation, but rather it's about receiving compensation for all your contributions to the world around you, including love, joy, kindness. It's all rewarded in unique ways. How do you apply it? You ask, how can I support others? Where can I add most value? And how can I be an example of love and kindness? The law of relativity. Although you're inclined to compare things in your world, in reality, everything is neutral, everything is relative, and meaning comes from your perspective and perception. Good and bad, and glass half full and glass half empty are assertions that humans make. However, everything is on a spectrum of expression, and as humans, we assign meaning to those things. They can be bad or they can be in our favour. Changing perspective can transform your reality. So, how do you apply it? Appreciate what you have. Cease comparing yourself to others and keep a gratitude journal. Number 10, the law of polarity. Everything in the universe has a polar opposite. There is up and there's down. There's cold and there's warmth. There's light and there's dark. There's good and there's evil. There's love and there's indifference. There's fear and there's safety. This law teaches you that both sides are necessary to fully appreciate and experience life. What would summer be without winter? Polar opposites give you choices to gain clarity about what you want. They are two sides of the same coin. How to apply it? Tune into the opposite of what you are experiencing, determine what you desire, and take the necessary action. Law of rhythm, number 11. Life is filled with cycles and with ebbs and flows. It's not linear. As humans, we struggle with setbacks and plateaus. This law is about practicing patience and embracing grace throughout the different seasons of your life. With this mindset, setbacks become reflections, plateaus provide rest, and herein lies the season of life, the rhythm of your daily life, and the mindset to support you. What comes to mind is the song Seasons of Love from the musical Rent, and it just expresses it so beautifully. I'm not sure if any of you are aware of this beautiful musical, but here it is. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife. How beautiful is that? So, how do you apply it? Take in the seasons, make the minutes count, and take a rest to recover and rejuvenate. Finally, the last law, number 12, is the law of gender. This law is about the energy of the genders and how to balance the divine masculine that is confident, strong, and actionable, and the divine feminine that is flowing, settling, nurturing, and creative. There are times that regardless of your sex, you will be harnessing either masculine or feminine energy, and this is dependent on the task at hand and your stage in your life. Having an awareness of the two energies and taking the necessary action to restore balance and harmony is helpful for having a balanced mindset and to live a more fulfilled and authentic life. So, how do you apply it? Embrace your natural disposition. Make changes in activities to restore harmony between the genders, masculine and feminine. Know that each gender possesses both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Remember, we all have both masculine and feminine energy inside of us. The key is to see where we're out of balance. Finally, integrating the 12 universal laws can be overwhelming, but for now, it's about understanding and conceptualizing them in a way that makes sense. You don't need to memorize them nor become a master, but instead have the knowing that when you need them, they are something that you can embrace and work with throughout your life. Don't forget the exclusive download for my listeners, and you can have your copy of the 12 universal laws to keep and reflect upon. Until next time. You've been listening to Business Class presented by Eugenia Panterhos, founder of Business Class Collective. If you haven't yet, go to Apple Podcast, subscribe, rate and review this podcast. Share the love and let your family and friends know too. You can follow Business Class Collective on Instagram and Facebook. Join me next time.